Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Aikal Nafis. Today I want to present about introduction of visual merchandising. First of all, I want to talk about the history of visual merchandising. Visual merchandising consists of two words. There is visual and merchandising. Visual refers to the sense of sight or look, and merchandising is a marketing practice where the brand or image from one product is used to sell another. So when we combine these two words, it is a visual merchandising, and it means it's a profession that involves displaying merchandise and decoration in store in order to attract customers and reflect positive image of the store, such as Padini used the mannequin to display their product, t-shirt, shirt, their apparel product. Next, I will talk about the example that prove the existence of visual merchandising. First is a Misokoshi Tokyo department, and it was introduced on 1673, and the aim for this department is to bring the customer into the store rather than selling door to door. Second is a Harrods. Harrods is a small retail store that's selling groceries, perfumes and stationeries, and it's opened in London at 1849. Third is a Le Bon Marché. Le Bon Marché is the world's first department store in Paris that introduced on 1852, and this department influenced United States to follow the concept of the stores. And the last one is a Golden Selfridge. Golden Selfridge is an entrepreneur who had aspiration to bring the concept into department store, and Selfridge is one of the entrepreneur who display the merchandise in plate glass windows. Next, I will talk about the role of a visual merchandiser. Visual merchandiser role is have to manage and oversee the visual presentation of the windows and in-store displays. Okay, they have two roles in a visual merchandising. There is visual merchandise manager and dresser visual merchandiser. And for the visual merchandiser manager, he have to manage a team, to liaise a team, and to communicate with the senior visual merchandise manager. And for the dresser visual merchandiser, the person have to maintain retail standards and to be aware of fashion trends, because this person will build a concept. Either they want to use a mannequin or their merchandise to display at the windows. And for the recognize of visual merchandising in retailing, there is three types: visual merchandising in a department store, visual merchandising of multiple chain store, and visual merchandising of a small retail outlet. Okay, for the visual merchandising in a department store, for the example of the store is Aeon, because there is many of store in one roof that display their product. And for the visual merchandiser of multiple chain store, there is McDonald's that display their big signage of McDonald's. And visual merchandiser of small retail outlet such as Body Shop that display their perfume at the window displays. Next is the element of visual merchandising consists of five: the merchandise, material and props, mannequin, lighting, color, signage and graphics. First, for the merchandise, it shows the new arrival items or promotional items that you want to display. For the second is material and props. Visual merchandiser should consider what material and props suitable with the merchandise in display. So props can be dramatic, fun and charming. Third is a mannequin. Mannequin is a tools used to show customer what the product look like on a person, and used by apparel retailer to display their product. For the fourth element is a lighting. Lighting is the most important part of the display and can be used in many ways in retail store. So it can enhance the window display, and without lighting, your window display will not attract your customer. Next is color. So color is one of the most powerful tools in the visual merchandising segment, because it's setting your customer mood and identify different theme of your stores. Okay, for the last one is signage and graphics. So signage and graphic can vary in form and size based on location. It should be neat and bright to show the brands and standard of the store, such as McDonald's that present their McDonald's signage in front of their stores. And this is the principle of design. Principle of design consists of 5. There is balance, emphasis, rhythm, proportion, and harmony. Okay, for the balance, it means provide stability to a design, such as if we want to display the merchandise using a mannequin, the prop have to balance with the merchandise. Next is emphasis. Emphasis does to create a focal point in design composition and the ability to attract attention of customer. Other than that is a proportion. Proportion is the relative size and scale of the various elements in design, and it attract attention of customer. So what function of a proportion? Proportion is a element that we have to consider in a visual merchandise design. And then there is a rhythm. Rhythm is a line direction and eye movement. It can be random, regular, and progressive. So it will use of line, color, and lighting. And for the last principle is a harmony. It's a pleasing effect of combination. So it can convert customer to the store if the store have a harmony element. The technique commonly used to achieve emphasis. There is 4 techniques: by contrast, by color, and by placement. By contrast, so if you use a design that most of the element have a dark element, a splash of a light color will catch the eye and attract customer attention. Second technique is a by color. So color consists of 2 types. There is warm color and cool colors. It's depend for your store to use either cool or warm color, and it works to attract customer attention to the focal point of your visual merchandising design. So for the third technique is a by placement. An object placed in the center will often be perceived as a focal point, so the customer eyes will be focused on the focal point of your design. For the last technique is a emphasis by shape. Shape is one of the element that attract customer attention. So let's say if you have a retail store and you want to do a visual merchandising, you should go with a different shape because it will be focal point to attract customer eyes. Okay, for the last subtopic for this chapter is 5 goals of great visual merchandising. Okay, for the first one is create assignment. Create assignment is one of the important part you have to consider it. For the second is stimulate all 5 customer sense such as sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing sense. For the third goal is create a successful floor plan. If your floor plan is terrible, you will not draw even one customer to go into your store. Fourth is know your shopper demographic. Knowing who are your audience or customer and what they want you to sell is great step to achieve goals of visual merchandising. For the last goal is be inspired by others. As for example, look for the big company and study from them what they do and how they attract their customer using visual merchandising.